Nice to see you. Welcome on in. There we go. How we all doing? Nice to see you. We survived another holiday weekend. One that I kind of forgot we were having until about midnight Sunday night. I almost drove my ass to work Monday morning. Boy, would my face have been red with rage. Yeah. And I was so confused. Sunday night, I went so far as to pull out my union handbook and be like, is this really a day off? Yeah. So unexpected surprise 3-day weekend. And I'm not mad about it. So we'll take that. Welcome in, everyone. Nice to see you. Hope you had a good weekend. I think HB was the first one here. HB!
Gummy bear, gummy bear.
And CP Gook!
Fucking mother.
And Mare Bear!
Oh, Mare Bear Panda Booty just cheered 1 bit. Swiggity swa booty.
And Hema Frog! Welcome in, friends. Nice to see ya. Seems like an all 12 hot sauces at once occasion, right? No, it doesn't. It absolutely does not. Besides, it would take 19 gifted subs to make that happen, and I don't think this is a Tuesday. I don't think it's gonna happen. And I am okay with that. Swiggity Swa Oodie, Mare Bear backing up that booty. Nice to see you, Mare Bear. Are you feeling better? I hope you are. Or at least better than you were yesterday? Whenever I saw in a chat that you weren't feeling good. I think it was yesterday. I don't know. The long weekend all kind of blurred together for me. Apparently my streaking is going for longer now. HB with the 30 stream streak. That, I think, currently is the longest streak, at least that I've seen, here on this channel. Of course, there are longer streaks elsewhere, but for the here and now, right here on this channel, I think 30 is the longest that is currently running. But we'll see. Maybe someone out there has a longer streak. We shall see. I'm intrigued. But thank you for all the streaking. It's greatly appreciated, despite the Despite the cold weather, we're still braving it. We're still braving it for some nice streaking. Well, Mare Bear is still sickies, brain is kind of meh, but you have hope both will improve. Well, from our safe distance here, Mare Bear, we're sending you hearts, hugs, and loves, and feel-good energies and whatnot. I hope whatever is ailing you gets the fuck out. CB Geek, my chair sucks. My ass hurts. My chair hurts. My ass sucks. Tomato, potato. Well, I mean, considering the amount of time one spends in a, I assume, office chair doing office chair things, it's not a bad thing to periodically invest in something that goes between you and the floor. So maybe time to look at a new office chair. Treat yourself. Be like my posterior deserves something superior. I got a new one at work finally because I kept putting it off, and honestly, I'm a little disappointed by it. I mean, it's better than my old chair, but like, yeah, I don't know. It has unnecessary springs in it, and it just makes it make a lot of noise. So I don't know. Like a live-in massage therapist, eh? If that's your jam, then who am I? Who am I to tickle? Then who am I to judge? If it tickles your pickle, who am I to say it doesn't? But yeah, nice to see you. Happy to be back. Sorry for the slight delay in starting. I stupidly over the weekend got Lumia and Razer Synapse disconnected from each other because I wanted to just have lights on my keyboard without having all of my lights in the room on. So I was like, well, I'll just go into the Razer software and just turn the keyboard lights on. I'm not going to do that again. But we're good. We're back in sync. Everything is right with the world. Freaking Razer. What are you going to do? Well, get new peripherals, but that's hardly a pressing matter. You ready for the snow? Apparently we're no. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that evil on me. I mean, I suspect a pickle tickle is to be negotiated, but I don't think that's the norm. Tomato, potato. What goes on between a person and their office chair is none of my business. Well, now Mare Bear's making me check the freaking weather here. Let's see. Currently, 33 degrees. Wednesday, 27 degrees. No precipitation. Thursday, mostly cloudy. Friday, snow. Ugh. Well, at least Friday's my work from home day. Saturday, snow. Well, at least it's weekend. Sunday seems maybe okay. Well, this doesn't look like there's a storm incoming. So, could be worse. We actually, I think today, as of today, we finally broke out of our record-setting cold snap. Cold snap being like a lot of towns in the state hit 31 days where it didn't the temperature didn't rise above freezing, and set a whole bunch of records because of that. So, but it was like 36 degrees, and going outside, I was like, oh, it's so warm. It's so warm. It's raining where HB is right now. Is that on top of snow? Because that's the worst. That's the worst. I think we got a little bit of rain, but if it gets rid of the snow, that's all I care about. That's all I cares about. But all right, we're here, we're settled in, and we're doing something a little different this stream. It's still we're still technically a Retro's Day stream because that is clearly the best name I could think of. And we are going to take a look at something that I'm still kind of amazed exists. Because it involved me putting some blind faith into an ancient brand being brought back to life in a crowdfunding sort of situation. And we know how crowdfunding and technology things usually pan out. Well, this one panned out. This one panned out. So, this arrived yesterday, and it took pretty much everything I had in me to not open it up and do all the, investigating and things. And I was like, I need to save this for stream. I need to save this for stream because this opens up a whole new world of content for Retro's Day streams. Tomp is streaking? Well, where's the notification? Or are you just streaking IRL? Blind Faith, I thought you were going to talk about the band. What's funny is being in Vermont, when someone mentions Blind Faith, I immediately think they're talking about the beer that the Magic Hat Brewing Company used to make. It's one of their original 4. Blind Faith was a magical thing. I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Anyway, we're getting off track here. Super excited for this. How do I make chat do the fancy I'm streaking thing? It's down where the channel points live. It has to be a certain interval, and it'll tell you like you have X number of streaks, and then you can put them through. But if you're like an odd number, I mean, it won't just do any old number of streaks. And then it also doesn't kick in until you're in chat, I think 10 minutes? So that it registers you like as a viewer. I'm at 5, damn it. I think you can do a 5-stream streak. I think you can. Usually just open the channel point thing and then click the button that says share or whatever. I don't know. I do it so often and yet I clearly don't pay attention to it. I just push the button.
We're all out of ideas.
Streak! Push the button, then go for a coffee. So, yeah, see if you can figure it out. Otherwise, you just stand by and then you can do the 10. Actually, I think it lets you do a 7-stream streak. It lets you do one between 5 and 10. I think it lets you do 7. Oh God! And we got a Tuesday 1 Gym hype train kicking off with some awesome folks there getting those gifted subs, including DJ Flat 4, Mare Bear, and Cat Dad getting those gifted subs.
Got drafted by Jim today.
Well, thank you, Jim. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. I'm sitting here trying to do my reveal. It's right here, and stuff keeps happening. CBG standing by. Cheat Commandos, rock on!
JHMC got drafted by Jim today. Jim today gifted a tier 1 sub to JHMC.
Reveal, TOS, terms of service.
Got drafted by Jim today. Jim today gifted a tier 1 sub to Themsnire.
Well, thank you for kicking off that hype train. We're going to have to do some dongs to the ringy dingy to celebrate that. And oh God, that brings us 14 away from the dreaded all 12 hot sauces. So nobody get any ideas. But thank you so much for the 5 bomb as I fight a hiccup here. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, 50% level 2 hype train will definitely give you some dongs to the ringy dingy once that finishes up. Reveal Interruptus. It was super effective. But I've even like set up my second camera here and everything. So for some of you, you may not know what this is. I mean, depending on how old you are, there's a chance you could have owned this at one point in or a version of this at some point in history. Phoenix! Welcome in, Phoenix. I know what this is, says CP Geek. Do you? Well, I think maybe you could figure it out. I think I may have talked about it once, like a couple months ago. But, anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, some of you may know what this is. Some of you may have owned one. Some of you may or may not have heard that a pretty well-known retro tech YouTuber managed to purchase this company out of oblivion and is in the process of bringing it back to life. And I was quite inspired by his mission to do so. Also, I've been following the project for about 5 years. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure you've got it figured out. And everything just sort of worked out. And I decided to, whether it fully came to fruition or not, I was like, I feel like I believe in this cause, so I threw my money behind it, and it paid off. So here it is. I am now the proud recipient of a brand new Commodore 64 Ultimate, but not just any Commodore 64 Ultimate, a Commodore 64 Ultimate Founders Edition. Focus, damn it. One of only 6,400 units. They came in the OG basic beige, just as people remember. It's translucent Starlight Edition with all the beeps and boops and RGBs, and a limited number of Founders Editions for folks that really believed in the cause, with a gold case and 24 karat gold keycaps, and only 6,400 being made. So I was like, if I'm gonna do it, I might as well go for broke. You know, ya mean? Actually, I'm gonna put my second camera up here so you can see my face. So you can see my, well, I don't know, maybe you don't want to see my face. Let's see. Oh god, that's huge. There we go. That'll work. For now. So, yeah. And this ended up being, they started shipping these units, the beige and the Starlight, like, before Christmas, because they wanted people to have them, you know, for under the tree. Phoenix, I remember the Commodore 64. Yeah, and it's back in, you know, slightly updated, more powerful, emulated form. Hardware-wise, basically the same. And thank you for that one gem hype train. We'll give you the dongs of the ringy dingy once we get past the meat and potatoes here, so we can do it properly. CP Geek used to own a Commodore 128, which was software compatible. See, I knew at least one person in chat would be like, I remember that, and I figured it would be CP Geek. But yeah, I have not opened this box, and I've even gone so far as to not watch any other YouTuber do any unboxing or reviews or anything, which was very hard to do. So we're going to open this together. I have not opened this box yet. All I did was cut the little seals on it to make an easier experience here. So aside from the the special the special solid gold everything. I'm not sure if there's any extra bonuses or... Oh, I missed one of the things. Well, silly me. There we go. I don't know if I get any extra stuff from... okay, there we go. But, well, as I was saying, the golds ended up being delayed. They pulled the entire... all 6,400 of them back because they failed quality control because the keycaps weren't right. So they ended up ordering entirely new keycaps for every single unit. This was after they had already been boxed and palleted and ready to ship. So that was how much time, money, heart, and dedication they put into this thing to put that much extra resource into just the limited supply unit of it, which meant my unit got delayed. Thus, when I ordered it back last year, it was our hope is to get it to you by Christmas, but I got it literally yesterday, and that is fine by me. So here we go, opening up my brand new Commodore 64 Ultimate Founders Edition. Is that a t-shirt? Is that a flag? I got a little Commodore flag. Look at that. Yeah. A little Commodore flag. That's neat. That's neat. Yeah, that's a freaking t-shirt. All right, one thing at a time. Oh, there's multiple things in here. Okay. There's multiple t-shirts in here. Okay. I rebooted Commodore. Awesome. Founders Edition t-shirt. That's what it says. Oh, that's cool. Nice. What's this one? Oh. I rebooted. Oh, it's like a mouse pad, but it's a t-shirt. I rebooted Commodore. That's also really neat, and it's translucent. Oh, and it's also a... Oh, I can't see it. It says Founders Edition shirt, just like the other one did. Well, I wasn't expecting to get t-shirts as well. Cool. Oh, and there it is. All right, we got to finagle this around. Welcome back to the world of friendly computing. That was not intentional. But, hey, that worked. All right, let's pull that down. Get the mic back in the right place. All right, put this in a way that you can see it better than I can. So we've got the accessory box here. Welcome to your digital oasis. All right, let's do the accessory box first. We'll save the computer for last. You should fly that flag on your truck. All hail Commodore. I assume this is going to be like the power brick. I don't know what else. It's supposed to come with, I think, like a spiral bound user guide and everything like computers used to. Oh. Commodore HDMI cable. Probably just a bog standard HDMI, but just the fact that it's branded Commodore is very cool. I may just keep this in the bag, just as a collector's item, because I mean I have freaking hundreds of HDMIs in a file cabinet at work. Yeah, there's. It would have been cool if there was like a Commodore logo stamped in the cable, but there's not. So I may end up just keeping this in the bag for history's sake. Let's see what else we got in here. There's a sticker set. The Commodore logos. I love 8-bit. The Ready Basic. Hashtag We Are Commodore. Oh, and even got the disk drive down there. Oh, and it's on both sides. Oh, there's 2 pages. There's more. There's double the stickers. Oh, got dual SID chips. The cassette drive. Nice. Oh, the Moss logo. This is awesome. Again, probably won't put these on anything. We'll probably just keep them as is. But I do like that 1541 disk drive. That's really neat. What else we got? Welcome to the social. Commodore 64 Ultimate, the very, 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 very second. And it looks like a cassette tape. This I knew about from Paraphractics video. This is one of those, like, it looks like a cassette tape, but it's a flash drive, and this has like a whole bunch of vintage and new Commodore software built into it. But absolutely perfect. Well done. Then this must be the power brick. 12-volt adapter. We've all seen what those look like. Okay, it looks like it does use a barrel plug. I was curious if it went with a barrel plug or if it was going to use USB-C. Well, let's just verify here. Oh, look, and it's got all the adapters for wherever you are in the world, so I could go on vacation and take my Commodore 64 with me and use it in England and India and the South Pole. Oh! Okay, that's cool. It's not just a regular... It's got a translucent housing. It's got the Commodore Chicken Lips logo on it. Okay. I don't know. I'm still kind of a sucker for the translucent style when it comes to electronics. That whole late 90s thing was a vibe. It was a vibe. All right. Last thing in the box is this long boy here. It says Commodore Founders Edition. I have no idea what's in here. But this is a fancy ass box. It's probably not going to come across on video, but it's like, it's got a texture to it, and it's like, oh, there's a little pull thing right here, so I guess we'll. Oh! It's like, what is it? I mean, I know what it is. It's a gold badge for the unit itself, but it's on a chain. Am I supposed to wear it around my neck? Like Flava Flav? What time is it? It's Commodore 64 time. Got that Commodore bling bling. Little, you said it was a good size. Oh, and there's actually 2 of them. One's the Commodore badge, and the other is the... Oh, it's okay. It's like I got 2 of them. It's like they gave me one in case one breaks down. All right. It's on a chain like it's a necklace, though. Are they intending for me to wear it as such? Is it's like, it's got a long chain on it. I mean, thanks for the bling, Perifractic. I appreciate it. But for now, we will return this to its box. It's a very, very nice box. And just so we don't lose track of anything, we'll put everything back in here for now. Oh. Well, that's under the machine. It's under the machine. We'll look at it later. So, here's the meat and potatoes. The Commodore unit itself. It's your wrap necklace. Onigirium! Nice to see you. Welcome in. Oh, MySpace Tom is here too. Nice to see you, MySpace Tom. Was Rowan here? Rowan is here as well. Nice to see you, Rowan. Rowan! MySpace Tom! Anybody else snuck on in here that I missed? Also, hello, and there aren't those old school floppy disks, are they? I don't want to get blamed for ruining Alley Cats again. This is compatible with OG disk drives, but it's not a necessity. Everything can be done modernly via USB, but it is still compatible with the old disk drives and stuff. So here we go. Let's open this bad boy up. Phew, Alley Cats are safe once again. So this is just, I assume, just to protect the keyboard. Oh, look at that. Look at that. And those shiny keycaps, that's the whole reason I didn't get this 2 months ago. I love gold!
The look of it, the taste of it, the smell of it, the texture. I love gold so much that I even lost my genitalia in an unfortunate smelting accident. Hence the name Gold Member. We are both sweet.
Thank you for the 100 bits, CB Geek. Greatly appreciated. All right. Now let's lift this bad boy out of here. Oh, she got some heft. All right. Just so I can get this box off my lap without wrecking it. We got 2 more things in here, and then we'll go to the machine last. So here, it's also got some heft to it. Commodore 64 Ultimate User Guide, spiral bound. Back when you bought a computer and they told you everything you needed to know, how to use it, how to write code, how to do everything. I want to be able to flip through it here, just show you a few pages at least. That is nice. That's nice. Yeah, tell you how to do everything. Look at that. Is that like... Yeah. It's literally got... Yeah. It's not all that relevant in this day and age. It tells you how to program in BASIC. That'll be fun just for the fun of it. Network and Wi-Fi. Variables. Poke. Program sound. Binary arithmetic. Sprite graphics. Maybe I need to make my own video game. My own retro video game. Starring the Pocket Man and his friends. Yeah, you gotta peek and poke the memory. And even with all that, I said, not for me. It'll be used only by geeks. I'm a Luddite. That's fair. That's fair. All right. That's some nice bedroom and bathroom reading right there. I should take it to work, and on a day my boss is there, and he's like, "What are you working on today?" "Oh, I'm learning BASIC." He'd be like, "Why?" Because I can. And then last thing in the box. It's oh, it's a stock certificate. It's a commemorative stock certificate. It certifies that I'm the owner of 64 commemorative shares in Commodore International. Oh, that's neat. This is going to have to go in a frame. I'm going to have to put this on my wall of fame at work. It's embossed and everything. That's cool. Even if it's only issued for novelty or commemorative purposes.
Lizard.
It's still neat.
Lizard.
Apparently, I got number 7. At least in terms of these certificates. I got number 7. Won't complain to that. What? Actually, I'm wondering what... Of the 6,400 of these, which one did I actually get? I got... From the looks of it, I have unit number 1056 out of 6,400. I'll consider that an early adopter of very vintage-inspired technology. Fates! Welcome in, Fates. Nice to see ya. Howdy, howdy. How y'all doing? Pretty sleepy after going to the Gime, so I might tag out early. No worries, no worries. Gives me recipe book vibes. It's a re-release of the original basic menu for the C64. Nice! Plus with, like, instructions. Look at that. And it tells you how to program the music. This is awesome. Pinouts for the ports. They literally want you to be able to do everything with this. Everything that you could possibly do. Enabling the virtual printer. Modem emulation. Networking and Wi-Fi. Awesome. All right, last but certainly not least, we're going to set the box aside and pull the silver tuna back over here. And by silver tuna, I mean the big golden boy. So here it is. Oh. Founders Edition Commodore 64 Ultimate. All right. Is this vacuum sealed for freshness? No, it's not. There we go. Whew. Got a good weight to it. All the ports are labeled. I mean, not that I would think they wouldn't be, but... So we got our modern ports, our USB, our Ethernet, HDMI. That's our user port right there, just like the original console. There's... Yeah, the video and serial out. So you can connect it to, like, if you had an old actual Commodore monitor kicking around. What is that? What is that? Oh, it's an RF port. Then we got the memory expansion, and also for cartridges, because you can run original cartridges on this. And on the side here we got You gonna focus? Hank Hill's throwing it off. Got control ports, 1 and 2. Power switch. It's the barrel jack where you put that in. Ooh, we got the nice holographic logo down there. I hope you don't have to... Okay. I was like, I really hope they didn't, like, put that over a screw. Doesn't seem like they did. So very good. Very good. And you can see the back of the PCB is signed by the folks that made this happen, brought it back to life. Can't really see it through there too well, but you can see those signatures. And then we've got the one that isn't on a chain to hang around our neck for the power button, or the power light, and the badge. But yeah, these keys, these are the whole reason I had to wait, is these keys. They had to be entirely gold-plated and printed a second time, completely remanufactured because they just weren't up to snuff. 24 karat gold-plated. Printed on the tops and the front, just like the original keys were. Ooh, and it even sounds like a Commodore keyboard. I don't know if it'll pick it up, but we'll try. Nice. Unlike the original keyboards, though, this is a nice mechanical using cherry keys. Way better. And it's, yeah, absolutely. But it still has that feel to it. It's not super like it feels enough like the original. Yeah. This is awesome. And on that cassette tape, we've got a whole mountain of new and old software titles to choose from. So we'll definitely be checking this out on Tuesdays for at least the next few weeks. Start putting it through its paces. We're probably just going to use today for this preliminary unboxing and looking over and everything, because like I gotta to wire it up and all this other stuff. And I thought really strongly about doing that beforehand, but I wanted the unboxing and revealing experience to be here, and I couldn't have preemptively wired anything up, without opening the box. So I'm glad I waited. This is very cool. It's also probably just me. It's probably just me being a computer nerd, being like, this is so cool. Everyone's like, oh yeah, it's real nice, buddy. Glad you like it. I'm likely going to pass out before Marbs. Well, as I'm saying here, we're probably... I wasn't sure how long this was going to go. So we are actually in not that long amount of time gonna move over to Marbs. We are gonna do a relatively early night tonight, if only because to not be too much TMI, I've got a bit of the bubble gut going on. So just saying, we're probably not gonna run the whole time, because I'm gonna have to be probably running elsewhere. You dig? Cool. Way better. They're linear, no clack. And, in all honesty, Could I have had this exact same experience and just gotten the basic beige? Yes. Did I overpay for a gold case and gold-plated keys? Yes. But I don't know. It's one of those things, like, if to be weirdly on the front lines of, like, something historic in a genre that I'm heavily invested in, to be able to play that little part and bringing it back to life and have such a really cool commemorative piece to honor it with, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. Will it inspire me to learn BASIC and maybe even make my own 8-bit game? That would be cool. I don't know if I have it in me to do it. I think it would be very cool, though. Just imagine, like, me creating an 8-bit, like, platform game starring the Pocket Man. How fucked up would that be? You're no basic bitch, though. You don't need basic beige. You gotta bling it out. I actually really liked the idea. Well, not the idea. I liked the Starlight one, which is the one in the middle, which is the translucent one that had RGB lights all over it. But for the... Actually, and I did hear tell that on some of those early units, there was an alarming amount of deck flex. But that is not the case here. That is very robust. And apparently it was on the Starlight units. The basic beige, they didn't have the deck flex. But I guess those really early Starlight units, they replaced the ones that went out that had that. I guess they made it right with those people. So again, good on you, Perry Fractic and the team at Commodore. It's very sick. I think some of these are still available if you really wanted to get one of these, like the Founders Editions, or even one of the Founders Editions. I think they are, you know, there's only 6,400, and when they're gone, they're gone, but they have all the other units as well. If you have an interest in retro computing like this. And this is one of those things, like, despite all this, despite putting the extra money down for this and everything, I never had a Commodore 64. I never really used one. This whole era of, like, the breadbox computer that you connect to the TV wasn't something we had or something we did. My introduction to computers was my dad's IBM PC Junior. That was my experience with computers until, you know, starting elementary school and all the classrooms having Apple IIs and Macintoshes in them. IBM, baby! And, I mean, truth be told, I'd be lying if I said I don't periodically look on eBay for complete IBM PC Juniors and be like, it'd be kind of neat to get one just for nostalgia's sake. And then I look around and it's like, Commodore 64 here, Sega Genesis, Sega Dreamcast, the Wii, Nintendo, PC. I got too much stuff already. And then I already have to do something to not only now make room for this, but the Windows 95 tower and CRT monitor that I got from my grandma, who was desperate to get it out of her computer room and wanted to know if I would take it to the dump. And I'm like, I will not take it to the dump, but I will take it home and play Windows 95 games on it. You're saying you're going to get a bigger chain to which to hang the C64 for your neck while showing your... Oh yeah, I'll just hang the whole thing. Just like this. I'll put it right in the cartridge slot and it'll just like... Or if I hang it upside down, I could wear it like a keytar and just like... Write a keytar program in BASIC. So I can just like... Turn the function keys into chord buttons and make a Guitar Hero type game out of it. Oh, that'd be so awkward. Part of me really wants to open this up and take a look at it. And I haven't even turned it on yet. And I'm like, I want to look on the inside. Because, again, for probably all of you, but all of you out there, but CP Geek, like this is running on what's called an FPGA, which is a field programmable chip. So you can tell it to be whatever you want it to be. But in addition to that, which is basically just like software running so that all the hardware it thinks it's an old unit, but it's a new chip. That's what I'm trying to explain to y'all. But also in here are sockets where you can actually put in vintage Commodore chips. So you could put in actual SID voice chips for that absolutely genuine Commodore sound. The FPGA does emulate the SID chip, but you also have that option if you happen to have old SID chips to get genuine audio. I believe there's 2 slots. I think that's what those are. There's 2 slots in there. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna be just staring and poking at this for a long time. There's actually an original C64 hardware piano overlay to use it as a MIDI controller. I've seen that. And yeah, despite not ever owning or using a Commodore 64, the closest equivalent I came to was at one point in my early adolescence, I believe, I found I was poking around in my grandparents' attic, and there was an old, God, I don't even know what it was. It was another, style of computer that you plugged into a TV, and the only stuff you could do is program it out of a book. It was black. It was relatively small, but I cannot remember what it was. It may have been... Yeah, I don't know. I can't even make a guess. But I did a lot of trying to program stuff on it, and I only made one thing that ever actually worked, and it worked once. Me and my best friend who lived across the street, we spent a good chunk of time going through the manual, typing in a demo program, and the extent of the demo program was it played the lowest note it could play. It's like sliding your hand up a piano from the lowest note to the high. We got to the end, executed the code, it did the thing once, and then it never did it again. That's the extent of my programming experience. ZX Spectrum with the chiclet keys? No, it wasn't that. It was. I believe it had regular keys. I feel like it may have been a Radio Shack something, because my grandparents had a lot of Radio Shack stuff. Yep, that keyboard. I've seen that. And I've tried Googling black 80s TV, personal computer, stuff like that, and nothing that I've seen has jumped out in my mind. It's been that's it, that's the one. So I don't know. All I remember is that it was black. And maybe I won't know it if I see it, but I'm pretty freaking sure that wasn't it. But I digress. I'm super stoked about this. and to be able to plug this in and play some retro games here. Although I am, even just sitting here looking at it, I'm like, I kind of feel like I'm going to be jumping online and getting myself a more proper controller for it. So, we'll see. I mean, not that there's games you can't play otherwise. But, yeah. T-shirts, stickers, all this extra swag. And I may even I've got that CRT from my Grams setup. So I may try wiring this up into that CRT as well, just for the extra vintage vibes. And you can run this over both HDMI and analog video simultaneously. So I could absolutely do that for streaming. That actually may be a good idea. So I'll be poking around on this. Your Sega Game. Oh, I know. I've with this mushy D-pad. That's totally not my fault as to why I wasn't doing so well in the games. But yes, that is my fallback there. But like, the proper chunky one, Atari style joystick is kind of what I'd like to pick up. This, because it feels like it would go nicely with the unit. So yeah, this is what we will be checking out in the coming Tuesdays in terms of Retro's Day streams. Now, and again, we finished Shadowgate at the perfect opportunity because we finished that last week, and then this showed up for this week. So it's like it was meant to be. One thing I was looking into though was there is a game that is made by the same studio that made Shadowgate. That's also like a point and click type game that is also on the NES, and I started looking that up. I was like, oh, I wonder if I can get one of those on eBay. Oh my god, they're expensive.
Flair, the president of
Lamp! Woo, 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 woo. Nice to see you, Lamp. What do you think of my brand new Commodore 64 Ultimate Edition? It's gold. This is probably the one like crowdfunded tech thing that I backed that I actually got. Ooh, fancy. Yeah, it arrived yesterday, and we did the unboxing here. I was very patient, but this is the Gold Founders Edition. There's only 6,400 of these made, and I got number 1056. I got t-shirts and all this extra stuff to go along with it, and I'm super excited to get this wired up because starting next Tuesday we'll be playing some Commodore 64 games, both new and old. Bees! Welcome in, bees. Yeah, we're just unboxing and admiring my brandy dandy new Founders Edition Commodore 64 that just came in. Couple months too late, but they had to pull all of the Ultimate Founders Editions off of the pallets because the keycaps did not pass quality control. They had to find a whole other company to do the 24 karat gold plating and printing. So while I didn't get this under my tree in time for Christmas like the initial promise was, I got it yesterday, and it was worth the wait because it's freaking awesome. Completely modern, but fully backwards compatible with vintage Commodore stuff. And I'm stoked about everything. Keyboard sounds great. Yeah. Hi, Eric. Hi, my friends. That thing is so gorgeous. It is. I know, right? Even like here in one of the bags of extras, in addition to like the super cute stickers and everything that we got, and the cassette tape flash drive filled with software, the extremely thoughtful power supply that is not only just a power supply, but they put the extra effort in so that it's a freaking translucent power supply with the Commodore logo on it. Because, like, come on. I still think there's a place for translucent electronics. Gonna head out. Sorry for missing Mars. Oh, no worries, Onigiri. Thank you for popping in. Have a good rest of your day, because it is daytime there. But have a good day. I hope it goes well. And then last but certainly not least in this, we have this mysterious, like, textured gold-leafed Founders Edition box. And inside, there's another version of the Commodore badge, you know, right here. But this one is a freaking necklace on a chain, and it's not only it's the power button, it's the power badge and the brand badge, and it's a full ass gold necklace, I guess, for cuz reasons. So but I dig it. It's awesome. The only thing that's not, you know, nice and customized and everything is just a generic USB cable, but it's in a Commodore branded bag. So I am just going to keep this in the bag. But that aside, this is freaking awesome. Absolutely worth the wait. And I'm absolutely happy that I invested in bringing the company back. Building your streak back. Love to see it. Love to see it. Doesn't matter if the streak is big or small, just as long as we're streaking it all. The necklace is the same as the badge on top. Yeah. I mean, did they think people were going to, like, be like, I want to wear that? My thought, perhaps, maybe, is the badge and the keys were plated differently and they don't completely match. So maybe whoever made these, you know, Gen 2 keys also made badges. So maybe we have the option. I mean, that's my guess. I'll have to look online and see if that's the case. That's what seems to make sense to me. Other than just, I mean, I'm not against having a badge necklace thing I'm never going to wear, but it's very cool nonetheless. But yeah, I'm super jazzed. I'm super excited about this. And yeah. Actually, I wonder if the main camera would focus on that any better. Oh yeah, maybe. Oh, maybe not. You can see the signatures. The signatures there, which are on the bottom of the PCB. Of the people that helped bring this back to life. Look at the keys, though. Look at the keys, though. This is the weirdest stream. I'm just sitting here waving a gold computer box around and being like, wow, wow, wow. We all got our things. We all got our things. MySpace Tom, 7 stream streak! Streak away, MySpace Tom, streak away. One streak away from streaking in the top 8. Sláinte, everybody. Sláinte, Commodore. Sláinte, Perifractic, for making it happen. But all right, it is about 10:20 here. Tuesdays are our shorter night, of course. So, since I don't want to take the extra time to be fumbling around over here where you can't see me, trying to get all this oh, wow. Color-wise, that is jarring. I don't know. It's not going to be picked up on camera, but like the gold under the blue light, whew, that is harsh. But yeah, since I don't want to take the extra time to wire this, I mean, as much as I do want to start playing this immediately, Tuesdays are our shorter night because I do have to get up for my 1-hour commute to work in the morning. We're gonna move on over and play a little Marbs about now-ish. But we do have to do one thing first, and that is we got to do some dongs of the ringy dingy for the one gym hype train we had that kicked us off. So I got to go grab the caboose bell, and we'll get some donging done. All right. Shh, we're not ready yet. All right, for the one Jim hype train. Thank you, Jim. One ringy dingy. Two ringy dingy. And one to grow on and a pinch to grow an inch. There we go. Got the overtones. But yeah, thank you so much, Jim, for that one Jim hype train. Greatly appreciated, but that got us within... we're less than 15 subs away from me having to combine all 12 of the hot sauces, so hopefully that's it for tonight. But it is now Marb time, so we're going to fire up Marbs so we can get a play in here. We can do it a little, we can take our time a little bit tonight, because we are jumping in a little earlier than usual. Oh, HB, I just spit all over myself. HB with the random lights. Let's see, we got piss green, fuchsia, piss green, and white. Kind of an odd combination. Oh, it looks like we got a new season of Marbs as well. What the heck? How do we... I couldn't see the continue button. There it is. All right. Calling all Marb stars, calling all Marb stars. It's time to roll, it's time to roll. That's right, it's time once again for everyone's favorite stream closing show, Marbles on Stream. That's right, it is time for Marbles on Stream. Exclamation point play to get your Marbs in the chat. Oh, yeah.
Zombie a hedgehog.
Miss Lacey! Lacey! Hot and stanky! Welcome in. Nice to see you. Exclamation point play. You been lurking long? Did you see? Did you see? I whipped out my big. You see? I whipped out my big gold. My big gold unit here. We unboxed our brandy dandy new Commodore 64 Ultimate Edition. One of 6,400 you saw. All right, cool. Just making sure. Not that I'm proud of it and want to show it off to everyone or anything, but yes, I am excited. Tuesdays are going to get a whole lot more retro in here. Not that we weren't retro before, but like, come on. Come on. You got a piece you're going to wear as a necklace too, yeah? Well, it's literally like, it's in a jewelry box and it's on a chain. So that's... And it's not an insignificant chain either. And it's both the badge and the power key, so... But it is very, very cool looking. But yeah, exclamation point play, everyone. Let's get those marbs on the board. I'll drop a marb and catch my Dreamland Express. All right, Fates, have a good night. Sorry, I was working out as you were showing it off, but I stopped and saw the bling. No worries, no worries. We appreciate you getting hot and sweaty while we're in the background. Like to think we're helping get that pump. And Mare Bear was in the shower. Oh my. Fates has Costco to go to very early in the morning. Oh, Waddy is going to raid. Oh yeah, I did see that right as I was starting stream. Starting stream that Waddy did a bit of a game stream as well. So, all right, we will hold off on jumping into this race because we're going to have Waddy come on in here, and we need the pact represented by its owner. How is Chew doing lately? Doing all right. We're in the darkest doldrums of the seasonal depressive season. So, doing our best to get through that, but all told, not too shabby. I mean, getting this in the mail yesterday certainly brightened things up like a golden ray of sunshine. Yeah, it's been the longest, coldest winter we've had here in decades, and I am just so ready for the end of it, and I'm so close to like telling my boss I'm going to be off for a few days, getting a random plane ticket to somewhere that isn't here and cold just to escape it for a while. Don't know where, don't know when, but I'd like to. Just don't know what. Waddy with the
Incoming. Incredible Waddy is rating my stream with 4 viewers.
Welcome in, Waddy. Welcome in, Raiders. Nice to see ya. I've had your stream on lurk while I've been doing mine, Waddy. So I suppose I can close that window now. But welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. You're just in time to play some Marb, so exclamation point play in the chat. You know you want to. So we had a very special Retros Day stream today, where we unboxed my newly received Commodore 64 Ultimate Edition in stunning, striking gold, and went through all the special bonuses and everything that I got along with it. That looks so cool. I've been doing exactly the same thing with your stream. Haha. Well, great minds think alike. Got a taste of spring over the weekend, says HB. Highs have been above 40 since like Thursday. We got above freezing for the first time in a record-setting over a month here. For over a month, it's been below freezing. And we finally got above it today. I think it was 36 degrees was the warmest it got. And I'm like, it feels so nice. Fancy meeting you here. Even hit 60 the last couple days. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for the first 60-degree day we get here. It's going to be so nice after such a long, cold winter. Hackman! Nice to see ya. Nice to see ya. Been above freezing for 3 days. Still plenty of snow. Yep. I know that feels. It was like 50 over here in Pittsburgh. Well, I'll take my 36. We've had such spring weather lately that our cold snap seems weird. I'm just waiting for it. We usually get a January thaw. We didn't get that this year. The last 10 years or so, there have been years, multiple back-to-back years where we didn't even get snow until after the 1st of January. And this year, as soon as Halloween happened, it snowed and it never stopped. We didn't even get stick season in November. Like, freaking, I know I said this like every single time, but like freaking Noah Kahn made a whole record about stick season in Vermont. And we didn't even get it. Ah, well, though. Ah, well. So, I don't know whether it's just going back to a Puerto Rican beach or taking another train trip across the country, either the super north train that goes to Seattle or the super south train that goes to LA, because I did the San Francisco one already. So now I have to do either the one above it or the one below it. So I don't know. Those are the two things I'm kind of thinking about. Mayor Bear's going to Puerto Rico in May to see your in-laws. Cool! I'm trying to stream wherever I can during the week this week for the Scoop Olympics. I'll be playing a co-op game called Blank tomorrow with a non-Saza New Zealander. All right, I will be there. I will be there. It's such a good song, too. He's going to be in Pittsburgh for a concert, but it's right around Anthracon. It's one of those weird things where, like, it made me realize how out of touch I am with, like, pop music. When Noah Kahn blew up and everyone was like... And I was like, I have no idea who you're talking about. And they were talking about, stick season and everything. And I'm like, I have never heard this song in my life. I don't know. They're like, aren't you from Vermont? Yes. I don't know what this is. I sat in with an old friend from college. He was in town. He's from Virginia. He came up for the holidays a couple of years ago and he's a musician, and he was playing a one-man set at a hardware store that turns into a performance venue at night. Very Vermont. And I sat in playing drums for him, and that was one of the songs in his list. And I'm like, I've never heard this freaking. He's like, how have you not heard this song? So I had to make it up as I went along, and like he would like nudge his elbow at me when I had to stop. So yeah, it's one of those weird things, I guess. I'm in my own little world when it comes to music. Alec found Noah just before us leaving Vermont, made him feel feelings. He will sing it over here for karaoke. Just discovered a rapper named George Watsky who was seemingly pretty popular like 10 years ago that I really like. I'm behind the times. It depends on the genre. In some genres and whatnot, I'm still very much on the ball. But in a lot of other ones, especially like what's popular, I'm not. Like I just got a notification that that power metal band Masterplan is putting out their first album in almost 10 years. And I almost jumped for joy. Because I was like, oh my god, a new Masterplan album! Because they've put out 3 ever, and I think it's their second album was a summer anthem of mine during a summer I spent working on my car. Like I put the CD in the player and put the speaker in the window and put it on repeat so I could listen to it while I worked on my car. So like I have this real summer nostalgia connection to Masterplan. Oh, they're putting a new album out. Fuck yeah! And I can't talk to anyone about it because I was like, who the hell knows Master Plan? Like, maybe Rickshaw Tom might remember a song or two if I played it. But other than that, like, who the hell in any of my social circles knows Master Plan? No one. But I do. Oh, and Waddy, 20 stream streak. Love to see it. Love to see it. My ADHD will find a band or artist that was big when they came to be. But here I am 10 years later latching into it for the dopamine. All right. Oh, we got 13 Marbs on the board. Awesome. We got Miss Lacey, Fates, Phoenix, myself, Bees, Jim, HB, Hackman, Mayor Bear, Waddy, CB Geek, Crystal Lamp, and MySpace Tom. If I didn't say your name, you're not on the board. Have we seen Seema tonight? I don't think we've seen Seema tonight. My ball is ready. Our balls are ready for you, Miss Lacey. To roll in congruence. That is. Let. All right. Well, we've sat here on this race long. I've hemmed and hawed and run my yapper plenty. So we'll do roll call again, and then we will roll. Because this is only race number 1. We haven't even started yet. All right, we got Miss Lacey, Odd, and Stanky, Fates, Phoenix, myself, Bees, Hackman, HB, Jim, Waddy, CB Geek, Mayor Bear, MySpace Tom, and Crystal Lamp. You got 10 seconds. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait for race number 2. I follow a guy in Japan, Gun Samurai, a guy I follow in Japan, Gun Samurai, is putting out a heavy metal album today or tomorrow. Cool. I'll have to look in. I will look in my music player. I will look in my Apple Music and see about adding that, because I always, like, every morning I'm like, what am I going to listen to on the drive to work? Because I have about enough time on my drive to listen to an album. So I will throw that on there because I'm currently waiting for things to come out. There's a new Gorillaz album coming out soon that I'm waiting for. New Master Plan, of course, that I was just talking about. Stuff has come out so far this year that I'm enjoying, but always room for more. Phoenix might know Master Plan. Because I discovered Master Plan around the year. It was the same year that Manowar put out Gods of War, and I was going back and forth between those two albums all the time. It was Master Plan MK2 and Manowar's Gods of War, which is still, I think, one of the best albums of all time, despite like Manowar's fans hating it, and to the extent that they backed off of their whole planned trilogy, which really bummed me out. But if you have any sort of like affinity for Norse stuff and like Nordic gods and stuff like that, and power metal, listen to Manowar's Gods of War. It is musical. I almost said it's musical theater. It is theatrical as hell. It's freaking amazing. And it's so good. All right, who are we going to get here? Who's going to get the W here? Is it going to be Fates? We shall see. Oh, we're closing in. It's going to be a photo finish, and it's Jim with the W. Phoenix second, Fates in third, CB Geek fourth, Miss Lacey fifth. Orchestral metal. Fair, yeah, okay, yeah, there we go. All right, Jim with the W, Phoenix second, Fates in third, CB Geek fourth, Miss Lacey fifth, Bees in sixth, Hackman seventh, Crystal Lamp eighth, Crystal Lamp stealing the eighth. I got a little out of place there. Crystal Lamp stealing that eighth, HB almost securing it, but missing, Waddy 10th, and then your boy MySpace Tom and Mayor Bear going out for some Yitza Pizza. CB Geek hasn't heard from Seema today. Her sleep schedule's been screwed up, and Facebook says she was last seen 6 hours ago, so I think that sounds about right. All right, well, that's all right. We will roll Marbs. We will roll Marbs anyway. I mean, we were going to, but she is missed in our Marbage. All right, race number 2, Electric Boogaloo, Long Glimmering World, ! Play. Waddy with all the greetings. Oh, if you're looking for a fun, low-key podcast for variety, Bopo and his friend Disco Cola host Underplayed, which is about indie video games. That's cool. I can't believe how much my music tastes have changed over the past year and a half. You got some examples for us? Oh, you do. Miss Lacey doesn't listen to anything with lyrics anymore, just sexy beats, bouncy jazz, ambience, etc. I go through phases of that as well, and actually over this last weekend I've been trying to get some work done on the novel, and I found anything with lyrics was usually it's not a distraction, but this last weekend it was, so I ended up going back to like some deep cut vaporwave stuff from like 2016 and settled in on Blank Banshee 0, and that absolutely hit the spot. Absolute perfect. Downside to though that I've to listen to like vaporwave and shit like that doesn't have defined lyrics to it is you get one of those songs stuck in your head, and then how do you like sing along with it? I find myself like carrying on in my head with this, like the sound effects in the song. Like I was doing it at work today and I was like, oh god. Heavy metal plus orchestra is seriously underrated and should be done more. Absolutely. And like the thing I keep coming back to with Gods of War is like I really, really want to turn it into a stage show. It would be so perfect and so epic to be done on stage. And yeah, it's one of those, written down on the bucket list, I guess, of things I want to do, things I want to make happen at some point before I'm done. Lamp out there. Almost missed it. I almost missed it. Vaporwave will always be a favorite. It's so good. It's just like, for me, it's like it hits that theta brainwave, like highway hypnosis spot perfectly. So like for driving or for writing or anything like that where you kind of want to let things go into autopilot, like I find vaporwave and some synthwave just like really helps lock in. 2016 is back in a big way for some reason right now. Dick's still out for Harambe. It's because 2016 is where it all went wrong. We're like, if we could just go back to 2016, we could fix all of this. I'm down with EDM of lots of sorts, particularly industrial and the like, but I need the 16 bars and 4 on the floor classic drum and bass groove. I've always had difficulty grokking jazz. Hypnosis? That's that when you're in a car for a long time and you kind of have a moment where you're like, wait, and you kind of realize like, oh, a lot of time has passed. I don't remember driving. Like that's because like the beat of the highway gets your brain into producing theta waves, and that is they call it highway hypnosis, and I can kind of get into that flow state with certain types of like vaporwave and that sort of music. Call that going into autopilot. Yeah, I mean it's basically the same thing. But like I dig the term highway hypnosis because like I drive a lot and it's absolutely accurate. All right, we got 9 Mars. We had 13 in the last race, so exclamation point play. We don't want anyone to miss out on us. Am I on the board? I'm not. Shame on me. I need to be spanked. I'm taking volunteers. We got Waddy, Mayor Bear, CB Geek, Hackman, Jim, MySpace Tom, Phoenix, HB, Miss Lacey, myself, and oh, that's a picture on the board. I was like, man, someone got a drop right at the front. Nope, no one did. Oh, I did. Hashtag not hacking, hashtag not rigged. I have a great playlist that's titled Elevator Music, and it's ironically one of my favorite things to work to. Did I just at myself? The hell? I was thinking something completely different when he said hypno. Oh, okay, never mind. Carry on. Lo-fi with ambient rain is the best for me when I need to do deep work. I could get down on that too. And when it comes to like needing to sit down and write, I can run the gamut in terms of things I listen to. Like, again, usually stuff with lyrics doesn't bother me, and it's ironically, I'll put it on so I can ignore it. But it still like flavors what I'm writing. But sometimes like what I'm listening to just doesn't quite sync, doesn't quite jive with what it is I'm trying to write. So sometimes I'll have to cycle through a whole bunch of stuff across styles and genres and everything until I find something that clicks. And then sometimes I'll lock into something that's like just a single album, and that's literally the only thing I can do to get the writing done. Like one of the shows I wrote, I was listening to the Church's album Screen Violence, and I literally could not listen to anything else. If I was going to be writing, I had to be listening to Screen Violence. And it absolutely flavored the theme and everything that I was writing, but it was a nice symbiotic thing going on. God, that's a good album. I should listen to that again. That's a peddling. Miss Lacey volunteers as tribute. Oh, don't worry, there's plenty to go around. When I was in college, I would usually pick an album to go with the essay I needed to produce. Yeah, I'd do the same thing. And sometimes I'd sit there like, I know I need to start doing this, but I need to find the right music first. Because it sets the whole mood. The flip side to that is if I'm absolutely under the gun and like, oh my God, this is due in 65 minutes. It's no distraction, lock in, autopilot, get it done. 9 times out of 10, get an A. They had the adrenaline of all that last minute procrastination. I don't know what it was, but that's when I did my best work. With a freaking gun to my head. No, not entirely NSFW, but like actual hypnosis where you get put into a trance and do the whole suggestions and triggers things, of which I do. Oh, okay. I figured that's what you might have been talking about. Last of the Mohican soundtrack and 7 Years in Tibet soundtrack were both great. Panic is your muse. Yeah, it's not my disco, but Panic is my muse. All right, 10 marbs on the board. We're missing some folks here. But we're going to get rolling if folks don't want to roll. We got myself, HB, Phoenix, Miss Lacey, MySpace Tom, Jim, Hackman, CB Geek, Mare Bear, and Waddy. If I didn't say your name, you're not on the board. Exclamation point play, or we're gonna raid. We're gonna roll without you. Sorry, I was looking down at the redemption for Guide the Raid there, and it skewed my mouth words. Honestly, anxiety and panic is what got me through my MBA program. I'd believe it. I'd absolutely believe it. It got me through like the subjects I hated the most, or the shit I didn't care about. I mean, despite, my 2 theater degrees, there's a couple of theater related classes I really didn't like. One of which was interpreting contemporary dramatic literature, which was basically reading scripts from the 20th century, like Streetcar Named Desire and stuff like that, and then being assigned how to write about it. And I hated doing those, but that's where my under the gun, panic induced, anxiety laden last minute writing paid off every single time. Much to Rickshaw Tom's chagrin, because he would be the responsible one, weeks in advance, getting everything done, writing revisions and all this other stuff, and I would just literally hammer it out the night before. Sometimes finishing at 4 or 5 a.m. and then getting there to class at 9 and handing it in, having just printed it out, and I would get an A and he would get a B. I think consistently in that class, through the entirety of that class, I think every assignment I got 1 whole letter grade higher than Rickshaw Tom did. But I also found a bit of a strategy. I realized that because of how my theater professor thought, like I kind of understood like how his mind works, and I realized that as long as I wrote that I was angry and didn't like it and pulled a couple of sources as to why, then he loved it. I think somewhere I still have a copy of that essay that I wrote specifically for Streetcar Named Desire about how it's a blight on the face of 20th century literature and how it deserves to be forgotten and lost to time. And I don't know, I was so tired. I'd been up all night and I just wrote this really snarky, and I literally I randomly opened the script, found 3 random examples, and then shoehorned them into my argument. And and got a and I think at the end of the class, I think he circled back around and was like, the one you did on Streetcar was my favorite thing I read all semester. I didn't have the heart to tell him, like, oh god. But that's okay. I hate Tennessee Williams. And there we go. Fair enough. That sounds brutal. Anxiety and panic is what got me through Consider's entire life. Streetcar Named D's nuts. No, that's the sequel I'm writing that takes place in that entirely in meme speak. Thank you for pinning that, Waddy. All right, well, we're still just the 10 of us, so let's get rolling here. We are getting late, but we got some good chats going on here. Oh, I'm going to update our category real quick. Oh, and I almost start typing it on the Commodore. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. All right, update it. Oh, God. What? There we go. Ketchup. Ketchup. All right, HB leading the way here. Looks like MySpace Tom in second. And Miss Lacey and Jim duking it out for third. Oh, careful, got Spinneroonie. There's some deadly lasers there. That could be the end of ye. Oh, Miss Lacey moving into the lead here. Here comes Waddy and HB and CP Geek and Hackman. Oh, Waddy, though. Putting on the after boosters. Moving into the lead. CP Geek in second. HB in third. Miss Lacey going around the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Oh, interesting. We got an off-angle tumble dryer. It's going all cattywampus here. I don't think I've seen a cattywampus tumble dryer at a spare. Will it be advantageous? We shall see. All right, into the sort and funnel. Phoenix now in the lead. HB in second. Jaboy in third. Waddy in fourth. But the steps are a great equalizer here. All we have to find now is that Phoenix is in the lead, and then it's a 3-way tie for second with myself, HB, and Waddy. With Miss Lacey and CB Geek following us after that. But it's Phoenix's race to lose at this point. Going down the ski jump. Yippee! I'm a pilot, you know! I can just picture Eric being overly honest with the professor and being like, I'm glad you liked it. I pulled an all-nighter and was extraordinarily vexed and irritated while writing it. I mean, it was the double-edged sword of Russ as a professor. Like, once you understood him, it ended up. I mean, you ended up just, in general, you didn't learn a lot. You kind of just had to self-teach yourself anything you wanted to know. Because he had a very limited mindset of stuff he either wanted to teach or wanted to talk about. And as long as you engaged him on things that interested him, you tended to do pretty good. So I ended up having to, like, do my own education to learn about, like, the theater of the absurd and stuff that wasn't Stanislavski's method. Like Michael Chekhov style and Laban movement and all this other stuff that I had to learn on my own because I found super interesting, because I did not jive and still don't jive with Stanislavski. But that was the only thing he would teach. Phoenix with the W, HB in second. Your boy's going to round out the top three here. And for those that are like, what are you talking about? Stanislav, if you hear about actors like Jared Leto that are method actors, they follow the teachings of Stanislavski. Which is, honestly, it's outdated and it's destructive. And it's not necessary. But that's a subject for another day. Eyeline with Michael Chekhov technique. Michael Chekhov was a student of Stanislavski, and late in Stanislavski's life, he himself admitted that Michael Chekhov and his technique was greater than his own. So there. Oh, Phoenix with the world record!
Excellent!
That was a little delayed. But congrats, Phoenix, on the world record. HB second. Your boy third, Waddy fourth, Miss Lacey fifth, Mare Bear sixth, Jim seventh, Hackman with the eighth. Is Hackman in the pact? I don't know. We'll have to check the list. So there. Period. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the CB Geek and MySpace Tom got DNF'd. I don't know if they were, well, just in case, we'll give you the Yeats of Pizza. Because we don't know if you get hit by the flames of oblivion, or we don't know if you got Yeats'd. Hackman, how dare! Well, that answers that. All right, let's move on to the halfway point. Race number 3 out of 5. Dazzling Master's Dream! Exclamation point play. Hackman so rarely steals the 8th. But yeah, despite all that, I did enjoy college. That's probably why I was there for 9 years. But I got my 2 degrees out of it. Could have gotten 3 if I had done one more semester entirely of literature classes. I could have had 3. Could have left with that creative writing degree as well. Cat Dad! Showing up in stream as a friend, Cat Dad. Did I just... Yeah. I just threw my phone on the floor. I gotta find it. Welcome in, Cat Dad! You were also gifted a sub at the start of stream by a Rogue 1 Gem hype train. So enjoy that. 7 years to get your I mean, that's how long it took Van Wilder. He took 7 years to get his bachelor's. So I took an extra couple laps on top of Van Wilder and got a musical theater degree and a theater and drama degree with focuses on playwriting, acting, and directing. But if I had, I think it would have totaled out to one extra heavy load semester of entirely literature courses. I would have finished the requirements for the creative writing degree as well, which is technically what I originally went to school for, but I was completely disillusioned from the whole program because the professors in both the poetry part of it and the fiction part of it were absolute assholes and just stomped any sense of creative passion out of me. But it kind of worked out because I ended up years late, once I got into the theater program, taking a playwriting course, and it was like, this is great! So, there we go. And now I'm circling back around again, and I'm currently actually writing a novel, which everything that I've written in the past 20 years has literally been a script. Has been written and formatted as such, for theater or screen dialogue. And this is going back and actually having to write, prose and exposition and things instead of just what, who says what. So it's a fun challenge there, but it's also a bit cathartic as well, because I'm also fighting through those those anxieties that are bubbling back up from when I was in the creative writing program and just feeling absolutely ass and shit, because that's what they made people feel like who didn't write the way that they wrote. And in reapproaching those, 20 odd years later, I kind of feel like with each page I'm giving them the finger because, fuck you, Tony Whedon, and fuck you, Neil Shepard. You're both assholes. Clearly I can do this, so fuck you. Anyone I know with a creative writing degree never wrote a thing after university. Well, Rickshaw Tom did get a creative writing degree. He writes stand-up, but I think that's the extent of the things he writes. It's still one of those things. I was so close to it, But again, I was in there 9 years at that point, and hey, how dare you? I wrote a podcast. All right, 11 Marbs on the board. Oh, we got one extra. It's because I think Cat Dad's with us this time. Was Cat Dad with us last race? I don't know. In any case, we got myself, MySpace Tom, Mayor Bear, Waddy, Miss Lacey, Phoenix, Cat Dad, HB, Hackman, Jim, and CB Geek on the board. If I didn't say your name, you ain't there. Exclamation point play. And take a little swiggeroony there because I'm drying my throat out. And it needs to be moistened. That's what she said. All right, well, I think this is us, so we're going to roll. We are past 11 at this point. So much for me saying, this is the night where we end stream early, but this usually happens on Tuesdays. We all funnel in for Marbs, then we get to chatting, and then we end up running late. But that's all right. That's all right. I had Monday off, so it's a short week, work-wise. HB in the lead here, going through this. What in the heck-a-rooney? It's a Conversation Heart flavored Twizzler covered in powdered sugar. Sounds disgusting. And another one, because one wasn't enough. Mayor Bear second, CB Geeks in third as we go through this Conversation Heart Spinneroony. Oh, Mayor Bear flying right on through. CB Geek up into second, Hackman and HB duking it out for third. Going into some more Conversation Heart Spinneroonies. Mayor Bear once again flying right on through. Mayor Bear like, I'm going to finish first. No one's going to beat me. Cat Dad flying off for Yeetsa Pizza. Oh no, Mayor Bear's going the wrong way. Here comes Hackman looking to capitalize. Just has to, there you go. Hackman stealing the dub from Mayor Bear. Is Mayor Bear going to get turned around? All right, Mayor Bear figures out where she's going. Oh, but is CB Geek going to steal the second? Oh, what's going to happen? Oh, it's your boy stealing second. CB Geek in third. Mayor Bear finally dropping through. Took Mayor Bear a bit to find the hole. It's okay. Happens to the best of us. Phoenix in fifth. Waddy sixth. Jim seventh. Is HB going to secure the eighth? HB secures the eighth for the pact. It's MySpace Tom for ninth. If MySpace Tom can find the hole. Otherwise, it can be stolen by Miss Lacey. Oh, no. MySpace Tom found the hole. All right, now rounding us out here, Miss Lacey right into the hole. You ain't playing around. It's okay. We have a pact. And Hackman with a world record as well. I know the new season just started, but still, that's 2 world records for us. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. But Hackman with the dub and the world record. Your boy second. CB Geek third. Mayor Bear fourth. Phoenix fifth. Waddy sixth. Jim seventh. HB securing eighth for the pact. MySpace Tom in ninth. Miss Lacey in 10th. And Cat Dad shooting off the board for some Yeetsa Pizza. All right. Penultimate race number 4 out of 5. Quick enchanting anticipation. Exclamation point play. Oh, yeah. Okay, you cutie, that was my last race. Must skedaddle and get all these furry kiddos fed and tucked in for the night. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for popping in and rolling marbs and having chats and looking at my big new gold something, Miss Lacey. Always nice to see ya. Always nice to see ya. And I will either see you here next time, or you will see me here next time, or I will see you on your stream next time. But have a good night. Hearts, hugs, loves. Of course, you could always do the thing, throw your last marb in and then walk away. It has worked out for some in the past. There you go. We'll let you know. We'll let you know if you pop in on Friday. We'll let you know, or if or I'll let you know on your stream on Sunday. There you go. Keeping it classy. Nice to see ya. All right, so with Miss Lacey Auden-Stanky out, that means our magic number should be 10. If we all get back on the board here, and I should heed my own advice. So we're still missing 2. If that's the case, we're still missing 2. No, what am I saying? She's on the board for this race, so we should have 11. We're missing 3. So we got Waddy, Phoenix, myself, MySpace Tom, Mare Bear, Miss Lacey Auden-Stanky, Jim, and HB. If I didn't say your name, you're not on the board. I think we're missing CP Geek. I got the hiccups. Because I'm talking too much. So we're missing CP Geek, Cat Dad. Gonna jump in again, our friend Cat Dad. That would be 10. Then who else on top of that? Oh, well. We'll give a minute. Beverage this evening is just homemade mug root beer. The foam goes straight to your brain.
Paging CP Geek. There it is. Paging CP Geek, if you're still out there. We're waiting for you at the service desk. CP Geek, if you're still out there, we're waiting for you at the service desk. Oh, there you are. Well, here's a bag. Put your bargains in it.
No worries. No worries.
Paging Cat Dad, if you're still in the store, you're wanted for race number 4. Paging Cat Dad, if you're still in the store, you're wanted for race number 4. Thank you for shopping at Ames.
I should really try to show y'all how I had to modify my desk here to do this Commodore unboxing. It's kind of unwieldy. Part of me kind of likes it, but part of me is like, this is so unpractical. You cannot leave it like this. Here, I'm going to try to show you if I have enough slack here. So, regular keyboard here, but I got this little riser here that we've got the Commodore on, and tucked way back there. This is my monitor iPad. Not doing a whole lot of good because I can barely see it. And then, of course, we got that Commodore mess and all that stuff. Stream Deck all the way down here for changing lights and stuff. But I keep because my keyboard's under here, I keep oh! Nope, that's not plugged in.
Scotland forever!
Seema!
Nice to see you, Seema!
You're just in time for the last 2 races, Seema. Nice to see ya. Nice to see ya. We unboxed something very neat tonight. We unboxed my brand new Commodore 64 Ultimate Founders Edition. And yes, I'm showing it off to everyone that shows up, that appears in chat. Brand new, very cool. We're gonna be playing some retro games, Commodore 64 style, as of next week. How are you doing, Seema? Sorry, I got caught up in something. I forgot it was Tuesday. No worries. No, I mean the holiday yesterday didn't help. So glad to be here with you all now. Well, we're glad you're here too, Seema. We're glad you're here too. And Hackman, that's we were missing Hackman. Now we got Hackman back on the board. So we got Hackman and Seema. Now I think we're just missing Cat Dad, unless Cat Dad was just hopping in for the one race, which is perfectly fine. Yeah, I with Monday being a holiday, that kind of threw off my week as well. I kept thinking today was Wednesday, of all things. Like at work, I kept thinking like, and then like driving home, I still kept thinking it was Wednesday. And even then, like, I'm getting ready for stream, I'm getting ready to start, and then I see Waddy starts a stream, and that stopped me in my tracks, and I'm like, is it Wednesday? Waddy streams on Wednesdays. Did I miss stream yesterday? What is happening? Yeah, weird start to the week. That was literally, I was right here. I had just updated my stream info and everything. Then I get the notification. Waddy is now live. I'm like, what? Wait, is it Wednesday? Oh, no worries, Waddy. No worries. I figured it out. I was just like, this plays into all of the incorrect things I was thinking all day. And now up is down and black is white. And like in Rand McNally, we wear shoes on our hands and hamburgers eat people. I even had everything ready, just didn't want to get my shit together by 7 like I wanted. Oh, I know that feeling. All right, well, with all of us here, we'll do one last roll call, and then we will roll. We got CB Geek, Waddy, Phoenix, myself, MySpace Tom, Mare Bear, Hackman, HB, Jim, Seema, and Miss Lacey, who is not here, but is letting her marb roll. So let's go. Are we all having a senior moment? Maybe. I blame the 3-day weekend. Well, for me, it was a 3-day weekend that I didn't even realize I was having until midnight Sunday. And then I was so unsure of it that I both looked up online, like the official holidays for the state, and that wasn't enough for me. So I pulled out my union handbook to verify that, yes, this is a paid holiday. You do not go to work tomorrow. So, because I mean, normally at least someone in the office either sends an email around or something, like reminding of, or like stuff that has to be done or can be or is being delayed because of the Monday holiday, and that just didn't happen this time. So either that or like my boss would remind us, be like, and remember, Monday's a holiday, and he didn't. And I'm glad I figured it out though, because if I had gotten up Monday morning, driven to the office to find nobody there, I wouldn't have been very happy. All right, rolling out of another sorting funnel here. Miss Lacey leading the way. Hackman and CB Geek, though, keeping it competitive. It's one of these courses where everything is really too dark to see, so it's not the easiest thing to follow. I mean, we'll figure it out. All right, Seema now in the lead. CB Geek in second, Miss Lacey in third. It is Seema's race to lose as we close in on the finish. There's a very slow spinneroonie down here. Oh, now Miss Lacey's back into the lead. MySpace Tom's up in second. Seema's down into third. Isn't this usually the way? Folks put in their marb, then they walk away, and they end up having a really good finish. But I think I jinxed it. MySpace Tom with the W. The Spinneroonie ruining all that potential for Miss Lacey. I don't know if it's because I mentioned something or not. It's probably my fault, but oh well. Your boy second, Seamaw third, CP Geek fourth, Mare Bear fifth, Hackman in sixth. Man, Miss Lacey's Marb had it, and I just ruined it. Jim stealing that eighth. Miss Lacey getting ninth, and then... But MySpace Tom with the W there. Your boy second, Seamaw third, CB Geek fourth, Mare Bear fifth, Hackman sixth, Waddy seventh, just missing out eighth by a fraction of a second to Jim, who stole that eighth. You are the voice of doom! I guess I am. Miss Lacey in 9th, HB 10th, and Phoenix rounding things out. I don't think Jim is in the pact, though, so I don't know. Might see some how dare. Jim, how dare. That's the old voice of doom. All right, last call, everybody.
Last call. Get your final marbs on the board. Final purchases to the service desk. Cash out, get out. Last call. Thank you for shopping at Ames. We got bargains by the bagful. Now grab your bags and get out. Exclamation point, play.
All right, ad is incoming. We're just going to let it roll. It's the last one we have to do. We won't start the race until after the ad. He who dares is eighth. Indubitably. CB Geek was... Yeah, CB Geek's here.
Lizard, 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 lizard. After these messages, we'll be right back.
Fuck, I just spilled thinner all around it. Oh, no! Get that wiped up! Be careful.
Those fumes aren't as fun as beer. I mean, sure, I'm all dizzy and nauseous, but where's the inflated sense of self-esteem?
Start huffing. He huffed, and he puffed, and he felt so good. That was a pretty lousy Chuck Mangione impression. It feels so good. All right, this is the last race, so exclamation point play, everyone. We want to get everyone back on the board that we can. I suppose I should heed my own advice. All right, we got 10 marbs. Zoomed right on in there. All right, we got Crystal Lamp, Waddy, Seema, Phoenix, HB, MySpace Tom, CB Geek, Hackman, Mare Bear, and ya boy. If I didn't say your name, you're not on the board. Exclamation point play. I think we're missing Jim.
Paging Jim to the service desk. You're wanted for the last race. Paging Jim to the service desk. You're wanted for the last race. Thank you for shopping at Ames.
I'm wondering if I should wear one of these Commodore shirts to work tomorrow. Actually, no. I'm gonna wear one on Thursday. Because my boss is in the office on Thursday. I want to see if he says anything. He usually comments on interesting shirts that I'm wearing. Isn't this the 4th race? The 8th threw me off. No, this is the last one. This is 5 out of 5. All right, Jim is on the board. All right, one last roll call here. We got Crystal Lamp, Waddy, Seema, Jim, MySpace Tom, HB, Phoenix, Hackman, CB Geek, ya boy, and Mare Bear. If I didn't say a name, you're not in there. Exclamation point play. We are going to get rolling. My desk is shit. My model isn't harmed, but losing that much thinner sucks. Oh, I'd imagine. I mean, the smell alone, let alone, like, you know, losing the product. All right, 10 seconds and we're rolling. On Eye of Scaro's big dimensional box. Giggity. Is this like... Oh, okay, dimensional box. Yeah, this is Doctor Who themed. All right, first one out is Seema. Phoenix in second, Waddy in third. Heading towards... Is this... I'm sure if you're into Doctor Who, this makes sense. I'm not quite sure what we're looking at. Kind of looks like the Imperial Senate from Star Wars. All right, Seema still in the lead, Phoenix in second, but a big mess of marbles duking it out for third, going through this spinner Rooney. All right, Seema's holding on, but Phoenix closing the gap. Oof, acetone, my condolences. Yes, a TARDIS, that's the thing. Doctor Whom? Yeah, that's acetone. That's a stank right there. All right, Phoenix into the lead. It looks like it'll lock in the dub. Well, you may have acetone all over your desk, but you got the final W, Phoenix. HB second, MySpace Tom third, Waddy in fourth, Seema fifth. Your boy in sixth, Jim seventh, Hackman stealing the eighth, Mare Bear ninth. Now we're just waiting for CB Geek. Where the heck is CB Geek? Way back there. Oh, no, here you come. All right. We had very little Yeats of Pizza this Grand Prix. I'm surprised. Hackman, how dare again? Oh, wait, that's not all of us? Oh, so CB Geek's down there. Oh, no. It's CB Geek versus the Flames of Oblivion here. I don't know if he's going to make it. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, no, the Flames of Oblivion have already hit the elevator way. I think there you go. And it's another world record.
Excellent!
Well done, Phoenix. Well done. Phoenix with the W and the world record. HB with that sexy silver second. MySpace Tom third. Waddy fourth. Seema fifth. You boy sixth. Jim seventh. Hackman getting how dared thusly for stealing another eighth. Mare Bear ninth. Crystal Lamp in 10th. And CB Geek hitting those Flames of Oblivion. But not all hope is lost, because we got to head on over to Victory Valley, see who stands tall and proud, goes home with all the gold, glory, and the bragging rights. And in third place, going home with LeBrons, we've got MySpace Tom. Well done. And in second place with silver, sexy silver, is none other than HB. And in first place with all the gold, glory, and bragging rights is none other than the most
Excellent!
Phoenix. Well done, Phoenix. Well, again, despite the acetone spill, you still came out on top. That's making the most out of it. It's making the most out of it. 160 points, 2 dubs. Dominantly done. World records as well. HB second, 116-0. MySpace Tom third, 96-1. Your boy in fourth, 86-0. CB Geek fifth, 38-0. Jim sixth, 32-1. Hackman seventh, 28-1. Seema stealing the overall eighth here, 24-0. Seema, how dare! Fates in 9th, Waddy 10th, Mare Bear 11th, Cat Dad 12th, Miss Lacey in 13th, Bees in 14th, and Chris the Lamp rounding things out. But of course, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose, whether you got a world record or not, whether you got to win or not. Doesn't matter, because we are all on this blessed golden day. And with that, our Retros Day draws to a close, and we can look forward to next week, when we'll be firing up the brand new Commodore 64, checking this out, putting it through its paces, and playing some games both old and new. There's some stuff there from the very on the little cassette thing it comes with. There's stuff in there from like the very early days of the Commodore 64, and stuff that's literally like brand new software from 2025. So we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun, solid gold style. I showed up specifically because I do dare. Well, we're happy to have you, Seema. We're glad you did. But yeah, thank you for hanging out on this Tuesday night. Thank you for humoring me with this slightly unconventional stream. We don't usually do like unboxings and stuff to this extent, but I've been so excited for this. And sometimes to just be able to share something you're passionate about with people you care about is all that really matters. So I'm stoked. I'm excited. I hope you're looking forward, or at least have a mild curiosity and saying, okay, I'll see what this thing is about. Sorry, I missed most of it published. All my VODs get published. They're available both here on Twitch, and then they are sent over to the VOD channel on YouTube immediately after stream ends. So usually by tomorrow morning, they are up and available on the VOD channel on YouTube as well, depending on what's easier for you to access. So, but I appreciate everyone for coming in, hanging out, spending your evening with me. We have a Guide the Raid redeemed. It was redeemed an hour ago, CB Geek. Is Zombie Hedgehog still on? I just want to make sure before I put it in there. Used to play strip poker on our Commodore. Oh my. If you can remember like the exact name of the game that you played, or if it was just called strip poker, I'll see if I can find it. And if like we think we can get away with it in terms of service, then tell you what, Seema, we'll for that walk down memory lane, we'll see if we can't play it here on the solid gold C64. It's got okay, maybe not. If that, we'll see. Mine are not auto-published because Twitch has decided I play copyrighted music. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. They haven't. Twitch specifically hasn't flagged any of the music I play. YouTube does much harder than Twitch does, but I haven't gotten anything from Twitch in regards to the music I played in a long time. So I don't know what that's about. In splendid 320 by 200 CGA-like graphics. Well, I'll look into it and I'll see if I can make an executive decision as to whether I think it will violate terms of service or not. But I'll see what I can do, Seema. I'll see what I can do. But I assume that yes from CB Geek was that Zombie Hedgehog is still on. So let's get this raid queued up. And thank you for redeeming for Guide the Raid. Always appreciated. We don't normally raid out on a Tuesday, so this will be a fun change of pace for us here. But again, we'll be back on Friday. We will either be picking up where we left off weeks ago with Banishers: Ghosts of New Eden, or with the release of the new Life is Strange game coming out sooner and sooner. I may jump through and we may do a playthrough of Double Exposure again just to get us ready, because this new game picks up right after where that one ends. So we'll see. We'll figure it out on Friday when we're back here once again. But for now, we're going to raid on out to Zombie Hedgehog. So bring all the love, all the good vibes over there. And as we head on out, we just have one last thing to say, which is so long and good night. So long and good night. was not expecting that. All right, let's raid.
Oh, god damn it! Oh, fuck!
Okay, I'm gonna have to, like, do a close-up of this, because I don't know what I'm doing here. Hey, Eric the Red, welcome in. CP Geek, welcome in. Let me switch back over here. Hello, thank you for the 38 months. Welcome into the stream. My name is Austin, aka Zombie Hedgehog, and I build custom 3D printers. I also just print on generic 3D printers, and I have a lot of filament, and I like 3D printing. So, you are about to witness the installation of a brand new toolhead to me, which is the thing that does the 3D printing. So, pretty cool. Welcome in. How was your stream? Welcome in, Chris, Kribblewadi. We're gonna go right into this, which actually I can't. This is awkward. This is the awkward part because it's actually up here that we need to attach these. So these are my belts, and the first one's easy-ish, but essentially.